Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Spiritual Essence. And today I want to talk about Merlin. Sometimes known as Merlin the Magician, other times known as Merlin the Wise. He is known by different titles, but I like to say he's Merlin the Magician. So for as long as I can remember, I've always had a fascination with Merlin, the legends of Merlin. And as I got deeper into spirituality, I find myself, I feel like I had a connection to him somehow. Which there's no real written documents that actually are definite that he existed at all. There's a lot of things, he's more legend than actual historical figure. But I disagree on that. Now, of course, I have no evidence for such things. It's more of intuition. I feel like he was a real person. Now, one person I talked to, she was a shopkeeper in a mall near me, and she said, I think the title of Merlin was actually, it was like a title of importance. He was a spiritual leader, and Merlin was his title, not necessarily his name, which I thought was a very interesting theory. So he could have gone by a different name, but he is widely known as Merlin. Now, what are some legends about Merlin? Well, Merlin was said to be the advisor of King Arthur, as well as his best friend. He is the one who gave King Arthur Excalibur, whom he got from the Lady of the Lake. There are legends that Merlin tasked a group of giants to build Stonehenge. And I bought a book called The 21... There's the 21 Lessons of Merlin, which I didn't buy. It's the Lost Books of Merlin that I bought. And in that book, it claims that Merlin, once King Arthur had been injured in battle, and it was a fatal injury, took him to the shore along with a group of druids. And each druid that he took with him had a magical item with them. And they chose to stay in the spirit world with these items until they were ready to be handled by a chosen person. And according to the legend, he also gave his closest friend, King Arthur, a swift death by using his magic to send him into the spirit world, body and soul. Now, it's funny, when you look it up on the internet, you don't see that. But in the book, it said that. Now, according to legend, he was fascinated by actually someone who studied under him. Her name was Morgana. She was a very powerful witch, and he taught her a lot of the things that he knew. He was very taken by her, and I mean romantically. Now, I find it funny that Merlin in legend, he's said to be this wise figure. He is said to be unwavering confidence and to be the wisest person you could ever meet. Meanwhile, in the legend, he's always trying to get it on with Morgana. He can't help himself that he forces his flirtatious ways upon her, and she's like, no. You are my teacher. We're going to keep it professional. But he's a real horny bastard in legend. Now, Morgana was so put off by him, she casted a sleep spell on him that would supposedly make him sleep for 1,000 years, which by then his body would wither and he would be dead. And his burial place is said to be in a few different places. There's actually this one little, it's weird. It looks like a tomb. It's got all kinds of seashells in it. It's in front of this school in England, and that's supposed to be where it was. And I tried to look it up, but I can't quite see exactly where it was. But there are other places, like in the certain forest. Let's see. Merlin resting place. Let's see. I was just looking it up. It's called the Tumbio de Merlin, which is it's very interesting. See. Now I'm looking on Wikipedia, so you know how accurate Wikipedia is. But when I went into the spirit world in the astral projection and spoke to Merlin, he was in a pub, or a tavern is what they would be known as back then. And I saw him as a young man before the whole beard thing, before he, a lot of legends appear him as older man with a long white beard and of course the wizard garb. But no, he was wearing peasant clothes, and he had this curly brown hair similar to mine, only his was like a lot more curly. He had like the Greek guy curl, a lot of the Greek figures have the curl. And he was playing, I believe it was a lute. He was playing on a lute. And I was speaking to him, and he said that back in his day, I was actually one of his closest friends. Which, I don't know. I wasn't able to really get further. And I wasn't King Arthur. No. I was not King Arthur. He actually said what my name was back then. And it started with a G. It was like Gwedion or Gideon, or it was something along those lines. I have it written down somewhere. I don't know where. It was in my astral journal. But yeah, he said him and I were very close friends. And I learned that he actually started off as a bard. He told me this. He started off as a bard playing in taverns, for coin. And later on, he took upon the Order of Druids, and they taught him everything he knew. And he became a very powerful practitioner. And eventually, later on, he would come to be King Arthur's advisor and guide. And this one resting place, hold on, Merlin in front of school. Let's see. It's got to be here somewhere in England. Let's see, because I remember looking it up before. I'm not seeing it now. That's very strange. But it was okay, here it is. Merlin's Mount. Let's see, Merlin's Mount. Okay, it's called Merlin's Mount in Marlborough College. Very interesting. Here are some pictures of it. He led me here, in the astral. He told me that this is where he was buried. Now, truth, I had been looking it up beforehand, before I went to the astral. So I don't know if my mind may have actually let that happen. Because sometimes when you go into the astral and you have expectations, your mind will go with it. And your astral projections can actually kind of be tainted by that. So I can't be fully certain. But he told me that Merlin's Mound in front of Marlborough College in the UK is where he is buried. Now, you can't go in there. As far as I can tell, you cannot actually go into the mound. But he told me that this is where he lies. And I wasn't able to see too far into the mound when I went into the astral. I just know I saw this stone altar. And there was something on it. It looked like a statue, but it could have been a body. I don't know. But he told me that this is where he was buried. Once again, that is Merlin's Mound in front of Marlborough College. I keep fucking up that name, so I got to say it slowly. So if you're ever in England and you somehow are in front of the college, check it out. Now, it's unfortunate because it's on college grounds. No one's going to actually be able to go in there. And, of course, you don't want to destroy the site. It's even if that's not where he is actually buried and my sources are wrong, you don't want to destroy such a beautiful site. Obviously, something is there. Something is there. And I don't know. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments. Do you think Merlin was real or just legend? Or what do you think the legends got right and what do you think the legends got wrong? And where do you believe that Merlin the Magician is buried? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And have a good day.